How do they do it? Why do they do it? Riding and crashing and riding and winning and always faster and faster and faster.
Well, welcome back everybody to With Anto MotoGP 2025. Well, it's over. The 2025 MotoGP season is over. Marc Marquez, round 9 Mugello, total domination. So winning the sprint, winning the main GP, and boo-hoo. The crowd might boo him, but what a champion and what a legend and what a victory and what class in that victory. You know, at the end of the Grand Prix to select the Ducati flag and ride around the circuit and go to in front of the Ducati crowd and plant the flag, Lorenzo Land style in the gravel. I think that showed a lot of class. I think that showed a lot of respect to Ducati, who, you know, is riding for the Works team. Not in red this weekend, some sort of retro, sort of purple, kind of brown colour. Drop in your thoughts what you thought of that. But yes, so Marc Marquez wins in Mugello. Mr. Go Free Bagnaia, he tried, but he failed. He can't ride around the problems. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. And I guess that means Rossi doesn't have to pay up on his 100,000 euro. So 93 wins for number 93 and 100 podiums for number 93. He didn't have to do it, but he did it. And it's all about mental control, mental domination. Ever since he came in to the Works Ducati squad, he insisted to get in. He exploded Pramac. He made the Martin move across to Aprilia. He made Bastianini move to KTM. And, you know, it's so many changes he brought about it. And I got to say, looking at what happened, I think Frankie Morbidelli starting to press his luck. Seems like some of the riders are banding together to get some stiffer penalties. What he did to Batman Vinales was pretty crazy. And I think he may be in for some sort of bigger penalty. Now, there was a couple of failures this GP. And I think one of the failures was Pecco Bagnaia. I think he's using phrases like, it's impossible to think about winning the title. Well, guess what? If you don't believe you can do it, you're not going to do it. It's as simple as that. You know, there's so much, all the riders on the grid are so competitive and so much talent that if mentally you're not switched on, then you're not in contention. So I don't understand this with Bagnaia. Every Ducati rider has the same issues. They're all riding either this year's bike, the 25, 3 of them, Digi, Pecco and Marc. They're having to deal with the problems. I mean, Digi actually got Bagnaia to finish 3rd in this race. You know, obviously Alex was up the road in 2nd and Marc in 1st. But they've all got the same problems. And I was thinking about why some riders can ride around and others can't. I think it's the skill level. It's also what have they got, you know, in their arsenal. What have they got in their package and their experience that they can pull from? What can they do if the bike's got a problem with the front end? Well, let's turn it with the back end and vice versa. You saw this with Marquez. He can ride around problems. You've seen this with Casey Stoner. You've seen this with Valentino Rossi. These guys, these legends, can ride around the problems. And speaking of legends, I think Bagnaia is pretty well now knows exactly what Pedrosa feels like. To have Marc Marquez in the box next to you, it's all consuming, it's all mental, and it's certainly not working for him. So for me, put a line through Pecco for 2025. The championship is over for him. Okay, so what else did we see at Mugello round 9? We saw Yamaha failure. Seems that when the tyre heats up, they can't do anything. They can't really feel the bike and they can't seem to make any progress. You know, Rins, Quartararo did quite well in the sprint, but he fell back. It seems that in the lower grip areas. And you've also got to wonder what it's doing, this fight for who's riding next to Toprak. What's going on there? I don't think it's helping Pramac. The riders are now under more pressure. I mean, Jack's on a 1-year deal. He's under pressure. Oliveira has got this performance clause. He needs to be the 3rd best Yamaha to keep his spot. That's the clause in the contract. Both of these guys, Oliveira 13th, 26 seconds behind. Miller DNF with the clutch. Sounds like he had a bit of a problem. But I'm suggesting that Yamaha aren't doing the right thing. And why are Yamaha investing in the inline? The V4's on the track. I don't understand. Are they spreading themselves too thin? They're failing with ride devices. They're failing with clutches. What else is going on? Very hard to keep one bike competitive, yet alone develop two. And okay, what about KTM? Vinales, Mr. Batman. Good ride, good qualification, good speed. But, of course, Frankie shoved it up the inside and he got knocked off. And that was the way. They chose the hard tyres, the KTM riders. Didn't do a lot for them. And Acosta managed to run around and I think finished in the top 10. Okay, HRC. Let's have a look at HRC. What about Zarco, Mir and the team? So they were hoping for the carbon swing arm. Apparently that made a big difference. But, you know, they haven't been able to produce that in time. I think this is still the legacy of HRC being based in Japan. They can't turn around as quickly, the parts. And there seems to be no feel with the bike. You move to tracks. It was hot conditions there in Mugello. Less grip, less feel, and Honda's going nowhere. And of course, Aprilia, what's going on there? Bezzecchi, I think he rode through to finish 5th. So that was good to get a couple of Italians. I think that Spain 1-2, Italy 3-4-5. So there you go from there. Now where's Jorge Martin? Keeping very quiet. There was a rumour he might appear at the circuit, but I certainly didn't see him on there. So anyway, that's Mugello's been running one, and it's Marc Marquez. Extends his lead now. I think he's out over Alex and over 100 over Bagnaia. So I can't see, heaven forbid, touch wood, there's no dramas, but I can't see any other outcome. It's between him and Alex at best. Mr. Go Free is gone. He's done. Ducati don't have to worry about nominating who the #1 rider is because Mark has done that himself. Anyway, thanks for watching today. And of course, if you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And I'd love a subscription. And drop down below. Do you think Bagnaia's finished for the season? Is Yamaha doing the wrong thing trying to develop two bikes and pit the Pramac riders against each other? And what's the future for Honda? But anyway, that's it for today. So bye for now.